Throughout history, some plagues have been so strange and perplexing that they sound like something out of a science fiction novel. From towns gripped by dancing mania to men fearing their genitals were shrinking into their bodies, these aren't your typical diseases. Let's delve into the past and explore 5 of the most bizarre plagues humanity has ever faced. The Laughing Plague. Have you ever laughed so hard that you couldn't stop? In a small village in Africa, many experienced just that, but their laughter transformed into an epidemic, and for some, it came at the ultimate cost. The laughing epidemic of 1962 unfolded in a small village in Tanganyika, East Africa. What started as a simple case of laughter quickly spiraled into a widespread phenomenon. Students in a girls' school in Kasasha began to laugh uncontrollably. Soon, their laughter was beyond their control. This strange, infectious laughter spread like wildfire, affecting not only students, but also teachers, parents, and people in neighboring communities. As the laughter epidemic continued to expand, schools were forced to close, and daily life was disrupted. Those affected would laugh for hours or even days. The exact cause remains a subject of debate, but it is believed to be connected to a complex mix of stress, cultural factors, and anxiety. This event affected over 1,000 people before finally fading away. The Spanish Flu. Picture a time when the world literally turned blue, the era of the Spanish flu and the haunting Blue Death. What made this plague so unique was its deadly impact on young, healthy adults, earning the ominous nickname Blue Death due to one of its unusual symptoms, turning people's skin blue as a result of severe lack of oxygen. The pandemic, spanning from 1918 to 1919, resulted in more deaths than the entirety of World War I. Efforts to combat it included measures such as quarantines, masks, and social distancing, but the virus proved challenging to control. Researchers only gained a better understanding of the virus after the pandemic had run its course. We now know that the Spanish flu came from an H1N1 influenza virus, originally found in birds. What made it particularly deadly was its rapid mutation, enabling it to infect and harm a large number of people, often in the prime of their health. The Dancing Plague. Imagine a town where hundreds of people couldn't stop dancing, driven by an inexplicable urge. The bizarre event happened in Strasbourg, part of the Holy Roman Empire, during the summer of 1518. It all started when a woman named Frau Trophia began dancing in the streets, and the strange dance fever quickly spread to others. The dancing plague of 1518 was not a unique incident. Similar outbreaks of mass dancing happened in various countries and time periods, including Germany, France, and the Low Countries, mainly from medieval times to the 17th century. People in these cases danced to the point of exhaustion, injuries, and even death. While we're still not entirely sure why these plagues happened, theories point to factors like mass hysteria, stress, and societal pressures. The mystery of these events continues to puzzle historians. The Sweating Sickness. Are you no fan of sweating? Well, be glad you didn't live in 16th century England, where a mysterious and terrifying disease known as the sweating sickness struck, causing widespread panic and death. This illness was known for its rapid onset and severe symptoms. The sweating sickness is believed to have first emerged in 1485 and then reappeared in subsequent outbreaks. Victims often experienced sudden and extreme sweating, high fever, headache, and muscle pain. The illness could progress swiftly, leading to delirium, collapse, and, in many cases, death. The exact cause of the sweating sickness remains a historical mystery. It was highly contagious, leading to quarantines and sometimes entire villages being abandoned to contain its spread. By the early 17th century, the sweating sickness had mysteriously disappeared, leaving behind a trail of death and unanswered questions. The Koro Epidemic. Imagine your genitals shrinking into your body. That's what people thought was happening during the Koro Epidemic, a strange and puzzling event that occurred in Southeast Asia and other parts of the world. This gripping episode in the mid-20th century sparked mass hysteria as men feared their most intimate parts were vanishing. The Koro Epidemic, also known as genital retraction syndrome, remains a mystery. It's linked to a mix of cultural beliefs, stress, and anxiety. Some think that social pressures and deep-rooted ideas about masculinity might have caused this unusual psychological condition. The Koro Epidemic led to some surprising behaviors. People believed their private parts were getting smaller and took extreme steps to stop it, like using clamps or searching for magical cures. This fear and anxiety spread, causing widespread panic and, sadly, even some deaths. Thanks for joining us on this journey through some of history's most bizarre plagues. If you enjoyed these stories, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more captivating tales from the past. We'd love to hear from you. Which of these strange historical plagues surprised you the most, and what other curious historical mysteries would you like us to explore next?